Welcome, guys, to the All Sports Pass podcast. I'm your host, X NASCAR Eagle X, and welcome to Winner Pick Wednesday, where on this episode, it's the South Doyle Cherokees taking on the Gibbs Eagles. And before we get into it, I just want to say thank you guys so much for 50 subscribers. It means a lot. And let's jump right on into it. First off, let's take a look at South Doyle's stats from their last game against Carter. So for their passing stats, they had 17 completions for 36 attempts, which a completion percentage, which gave them a 0.472, and they had 302 yards and an average of 17.8, with 3 touchdowns and 1 interception, with a long of 72 and a QB rating of 92.6. And then on the rushing yards, they had 34 carries for 147 yards with an average of 4.3 and a long 27 with a touchdown on 1, with 1 touchdown. In receiving, they had 16 receptions for 290 yards, an average of 18.1 with a long of 72 and 1 touchdown. And for, of course, their defense had 40 solo tackles, 28 assists, which of course amounted to 68 total, and a 5.0 tackles for loss. And they had 0 sacks against Carter. They had 1 interception. They had, which was returned for 19 yards. And they had a fumble recovery, and so that does it for the Cherokees' performance. Before I move on, Cherokees, they are 1-3 heading into this game against Gibbs, and it is a district game, so both these teams really want to win this. And before I announce my win pick, I'm going to actually tell you all about the Gibbs stats a bit. So let's take a look. Last game, Gibbs came off a 48-0 win against Seymour, and on their passing stats, quarterback Max Bradfield had 3 completions on 5 attempts for 53 yards with the long play of 38. His completion percentage was 60% and had 1 interception with a QB rating of 109.04. For the running backs, Brady Hughes had 9 rushes for 79 yards with a long of 18 and had 3 touchdowns with 8.8 yards a rush. 1 catch, and as well, Boone Brockwell came in second on the statistics with 5 rushes, 138 yards with a long of 81, 2 touchdowns, and with 27.6 yards a rush. And Jacob Donaldson had round out the top 3 here. I'm only going to do 3 today. Jacob Donaldson had 5 rushes for 34 yards with a long of 6, and he had a touchdown with a yard a rush of 6.8. So, and that does it for the Gibbs offense. So let's take a look at their defense. So on their defense, Brady Hughes leading the stats once again. He had a 1.5 tackle for loss, but the total tackles were 8, and then White West had 7, Tucker Ownby with 5, and Caleb Beach had 5, JJ Maldonado 4, Cash Mount 4, DeJuan Harris 3, Cam Norman 3, Braylon Henderson 3, Chase Norman, he had 2, and that's all I'm going to do for the defense tonight, because a lot of these guys did a good job. I'm going to give a shout out to the Gibbs defense. Unfortunately, it's a pretty long list, and I'm trying to keep the video a bit short. So I really feel like, these guys contributed a lot to getting 67 total tackles. Man, that's a lot. I feel like Gibbs has some momentum on defense, and yeah. So let's go on into the win pick now. The moment y'all been waiting for. For this week, Gibbs is 3-1, and they have a chance to win 3 games in a row. You heard me right, 3 in a row, and to be able to do it at home, to get 3 wins in a row would be incredible. And for South Doyle, they're just looking to get their 2nd win of the season. And they don't care who they beat, they just want another win. But however, I feel like Gibbs is going to beat South Doyle to get that 3rd win in a row, elevate Gibbs to 4-1, and knock South Doyle down to 1-4. So that's who I got winning this week. And of course, guys, that's going to do it for Winner Pick Wednesday. Make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and share if you want others to see it. All right, guys, that's all I got for y'all tonight. Peace out.